Hey everyone, I'm here again. I have some progress to show you on what I was working on that I'd hoped I'd be finished by now, but I'm not. I have a haul to show you. I'm going to answer some tag questions and then just regular rambling. First of all, if y'all notice, I have y'all on a different angle. I'm set up something because I happened to go back and look at some of the other videos I made, and the way I had y'all could look right up my nose, and I thought, how rude. I'm sure y'all don't want to see that, so uh, I got y'all a new angle, so you don't have to look at my nose. What else was I going to say? Okay, that's it. Let's go to my progress. I was really hoping to have this finished, but some things have been going on the last 4 or 5 days to where I haven't been able really to work on it. Um, but I'm almost done, and that's this one here. All I got left is the border and the words, and then I'm done. I've already done all the back stitching over here. Let me show you what it's going to look like. That's done. And if y'all remember, this is what it's going to look like. If y'all remember, this is the one that I couldn't find the X's. And, oh, I don't think I wrote her name down. But, I told you if I figured out what it was, I would tell you, and I did. So let me look at my notes. The X is 436 DMC Floss. And, I didn't write her name down, but you know who you are. Sent me a comment telling me, I guess, if I was smart enough, I could have went online on the website and got it, but I wasn't thinking. So thank you very much for letting me know. That was stressful, very stressful not knowing. So that's that. So that's the progress. I'm hoping to have this finished either today or tomorrow, because Thursday I'm flying out of town and this is too big for me to take with me. So I want to take a smaller project, and I can't start another one until this one's done. That's just how I am. So that's my progress on that one. Now I've got a haul I want to show you guys. This is pretty neat. First of all, I bought my first, and it's probably going to be my only needle minder. And the only reason why I bought this is because it has a butterfly on it, and it's blue. Blue is my mother's favorite color, and if y'all don't know by now, butterflies hold a very special meaning between me and my mom. So I saw it and had to get it, and I'll probably never put it on one of my projects. I have a little tin can over there I put my alts in, so this will stick on it, and that's probably what's going to happen, because I don't typically use needle minders. That might change, you never know, but I got that. Then I'm going to show you my Michaels haul. Yeah, Michaels. I went to Michaels, and anytime I go to any store, the first place I go is the clearance section, because you can find some neat shit here. And I found these. It's just, they're boards, and they have like a small burlap weave over it, and there's 2 in a package. And I thought, I don't know what sorry about that glare. Woo, no. I figured these would be good to put my projects on and hang up. You know, put a string or a ribbon or something and can hang it up. And there's 2 in a package. I got a gray one, and I got the brown one in these sizes. That's the only colors they had in these sizes. And they had slightly bigger sizes, and it looks black, but it's a very dark blue. And then I got a gray one, not a gray one, a brown one, and then a gray one, and then a lighter blue one. But like I said, actually what I had thought was I want to do a lot of seasonal ones, and I thought, I'm not going to keep, if I can finish the sentence, that would be great, wouldn't it? I'm doing a series that's by the month. And I figure if I can find a way to, if I take the foam cord I got, because I bought foam cord, and put the put the seasonal ones on here, and then take the foam board and find a way to temporarily put it on here, hang this on the wall, so that every month all I gotta do is take the project off and whoop, stick another one up there. Thinking Velcro, if not Velcro, some not the command hooks, but the command strips. That way this part always stays on the wall, and I just interchange the design. That's my thought. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I'm going to give it one hell of a try. Put it that way. Okay. Then I got this little wooden plaque. I can put, to finish one of our projects on. I got, this is a little stand. It's a chalkboard on one side and a whiteboard on the other side. I thought I could put, something on each side, and that was cute. Then I got this, and if I'm not mistaken, this was on clearance as well. I thought it was pretty. I'm going to get some stain and stain it, a real light, like a natural, something real light. And I don't know what I'm going to put on it yet, but it's going to be something very pretty. Those are those. Oh, and I got this one as well. Same thing. I don't know if I want to paint it or if I want to stain it. I happen to like the natural wood look, but I don't want to keep it just like this. I want to put some sort of finishing on it. So I might just stain it or something and then put a design on it and up on the wall. Okay. Then I also got this. This I think I got it at Joann's. And can y'all see that? Not too much of a glare. Is young at heart, slightly older in other places, and that defines me in a nutshell. Sometimes my kids say that I act more immature than they do. That's only when their friends are around, and that way I can embarrass them. I mean, that's what parents are for, is to embarrass their kids. The whole reason why I got this is because it's got beads in it, see? And I've never done beading, and I want to learn to do beading, so this was, it was on clearance, and it's by Joan Elton, Design Works. But I figured this, it's not a lot of beading, and it'll give me a good start in that. Then I got a haul from 123 Stitch. And from 123 Stitch, I got, this is an 18 count white opal. That's my dog, ignore him. It's raining out today, and for some reason, when it rains, he barks at the raindrops, I guess. I don't know. It's not a very bright dog. But, let's see. Can y'all see all that sparkle? This is the first fabric I ever bought that had sparkle in it. And it's a, Adidas, so I don't know what I'm going to put on this. I'm getting a lot of designs of like snowmen and winter themes, and I thought that sparkle would look great for that, because it, could almost look like it's snowing or something. But that's very pretty. I got that. I got the 2nd February. I haven't done January yet, but believe me, January will be done before February, because I got to go in the order of the months. And again, 25 count charcoal gray. It's supposed to be done on 30 count, and someone commented in my last video that if I do it on the 25 count instead of the 30 count, it's going to be a different size, which means it's the board that you're supposed to put it on, it might not fit. And then I started, and thank you, by the way, because I didn't think about that. I knew the size was going to be different, but I didn't stop and think about, I couldn't put it on the recommended board or whatever. And so I started, not that you caused me to stress out, but then I started stressing out about it. So I've since then decided, so that I can order this little board, and put it on there, that I'm going to order some 16 count Ada charcoal gray. And I'm going to do them all on that, because if you do 30 count over 2, that's 15 count, and you got 16 count, so it should fit. I hope. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably order that before I fly out on Thursday. And of course, I got... I got the thread to go with that I just showed you. I got ordered a couple DMCs. I ordered. Ooh, this is the glow in the dark one. I only bought one skein because I didn't know how it was going to stitch up. So I want to experiment with it, because I got a couple of projects, especially one that says "We're all crazy here" or something like that, or "We're all mad here," has the grin of the Cheshire Cat. I want to do that, and I want to do it with glow in the dark. So I think that would be neat. And then just a couple of skeins of colors that I run low on that I needed. But I bought, it's let's see, blending thread, rainbow blending thread, that I want to experiment. That I want to experiment with. And then I bought, what's this? Krennic metallics. This is very fine braid. Like a white and a silver. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but on these you usually use, do you use these by themselves, or do you use like one strand of this and one strand of DMC? I'm not too sure. But I want to use them on something. So, I got those. Okay, and I think that's it for my hauls. I don't think I've spent any more of my husband's money. I do know that I got a bunch of stuff in my cart for 1-2-3 Stitch that I'm going to order. And that's going to be quite a big haul. So that's that. Let's see, I showed you my update. I showed you my hauls. What next? Next I want to do some tags. Ooh, questions. I have questions. I sit here and I watch those videos, and the weirdest questions pop in my mind, and if I don't answer them, or if I don't write down my thoughts, then I forget. When you get your... I've seen... Hang on. I thought I was more prepared, more organized than what I was. Evidently not. When y'all buy y'all's floss like this, I bobinate my DMC floss. Excuse me. I wind my DMC floss. My husband has put in a special request that I not use the term bobinate. He gets scared every time I do that, because he says every time I say the word bobinate, he feels he has to protect his manhood, should I say. So when I wind, I wind all my DMC on the cards. And I see a lot of y'all just put these in little plastic Ziploc baggies. I don't know if my OCD will allow me to do that. Is there anyone out there who wind this on little cards? I gotta say it, little bobbins. And if so, I mean, it doesn't, I mean, I don't, because this isn't like DMC where it's all one strand. It's in links. So if there's anyone out there that's OCD and orders this thread, and you cringe at the thought of storing them in little plastic bags. Not that that's bad. If you do it, that's good. That's fine. It's just that I have this little voice in my head that says, "Don't do it. Don't do it." How do you store it? Give me, if you're OCD, how do you store this? Give me some ideas, because I'm start stressing over it a little bit. All right. That's one question. Another question: if there's anyone out there that lives in Eastern Connecticut, in the Norwich, New London, Waterford area. Do y'all know of a local L&S store? I've been trying to find one. I mean, the Joann's and the Michaels around here just don't have crap. I don't mind buying online from 123 Stitch. I happen to like 123 Stitch. But I would like to find a store where I can actually go in and spend a couple hours and look around, feel the fabric with the floss. And there used to be one in, if you're from Connecticut, you're going to know where this town is. There used to be one in Montville that I used to go to all the time, but since I've moved back to Connecticut, it's not there no more. So, again, I'm looking for, a good, and I don't mind traveling a good 20, 30 miles to find one. I wouldn't go every day, but, once a month. Let me know. Alright. And also, I've seen a lot of you guys, I love the pattern that, I know the first person I've seen do it, I think, was Carolyn in Australia. The 99 bottles, and it's on my wish list. But I am looking for a pattern that's similar to that, but instead of bottles, has books. Just a simple bookshelf with books on it. I know Heaven and Earth has a beautiful, beautiful bookcase one with books on it, but I don't want one that's going to take me that long. I want something that's very similar to 99 bottles, but books. Now, I seen someone, and I didn't write it down. This is why I have to write things down. I seen someone doing one that had classic books on it, like Pride and Prejudice, and some classic ones on there. And I was stitching at the time, so I didn't get a chance to pause and write down who it was, and I've been trying to go back to find out. I don't remember whose video it was. So if you're watching and you know it's you, please, send me who it is, because that's kind of like what I'm looking for, because I love books. I like classic books, and I would like to stitch that up and put it where I got a little shelf where I have classic books on. Let's see. And I have a question for all my friends from down under. I got a few of you guys. I don't even know if y'all are watching my channel, so if y'all not, then this is going out to no one. But I'm curious. Y'all's seasons are different than ours. Christmas time it's winter and it's snow, where y'all's Christmas time it's sunny. And I know that especially Carolyn has been doing, you do seasonal stuff with our seasons. My question is, do y'all have charts or books or designs where the seasons match up to your seasons? And if y'all do you do them? Have you ever done one? I'm curious. I mean, I think that would be interesting to see a design where a seasonal design where the seasons actually match y'all's seasons. That's interesting to me. So, alright, enough of that rambling. Now let's go to some, if you're still with me and you haven't said, oh shoot, I'm tired of hearing her, and clicked off, now I'm going to do a couple of tags. And I'm going to do, this one is the Miss Baker Girl tag. I don't know if it has a title, but that's what it is. And I hear someone stirring upstairs. It's when their kids are awake. Surprise, surprise. Number 1. How long have you been stitching? I've been stitching since 1986. I'll let you do the math. That's how long I've been stitching. I did have like a 15-year hiatus in between then and now, but basically that's how long I've been stitching. Looking to see if my kid's coming downstairs. Right. Favorite thing you ever bought for cross stitch? Favorite thing I ever bought for cross stitch, and I showed it in another video, and it's way over there, and I'm not going to go get it because I'm going to have to pause and scoot the chair back and go get it, and then Pepper's going to come get my seat, and I got to scoot her out of my seat. So, but y'all have seen it, and it's the what I have all my DMC floss in, and I didn't say it in that other video, but that thing is, it's a tackle box. I got it at Walmart for like, I don't know how much it was. I bought it years ago. but it's a tackle box. But it fits my floss perfectly. I love it. And the thing about it is they have all different kinds. You know, if you didn't, I mean, they have the kind that you open and I'm thinking about going to look to see if they got something I like even better than that one, but I probably won't because I love that one. But that's the favorite thing I ever bought for my cross stitching, is what I keep my floss in. Alright, if you could do a Disney cross stitch, which one would it be? That's easy, all of them. Every single one. And I got a whole bunch of them on my wish list. We are a big Disney fanatic family. And not just my family, I mean my whole family. My in-laws, my mother-in-law, both sides of my family. We're just, for Christmas, I bought my husband one share of Disney, so he's a stock owner. Yeah, let me see if I can do this without. Let me show you on the wall behind me. Look at that. They probably all need to be dusted. It's all Disney stuff. All Disney stuff. So yeah, let me see if I can get you. Sorry about that. Oh, and yeah, it's my daughter that's up. And she's looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? I'm making a video.
Can I be in it?
Sure.
Hi!
Oh. Teenagers, you know? Alright. So yes, if I had a choice of a Disney, I would do all of them. Alright, next one. What's my favorite cross-stitch magazine? I have two, actually. This one has always been my favorite, just cross-stitch. I had, way back when, I actually had a subscription to this and got it every month. But when I quit cross-stitching for a while, I didn't renew it. But I got another subscription, so I'm waiting for my first one to come in. But I love this one. But then I went to the store and I found this one. I think this one's becoming one of my favorites too. Cross Stitcher. And I didn't realize when I bought it, but it's from England, so the paper's bigger. So, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I got a subscription to this one too. I'm not too sure. But I just love the designs in it. What I like about this one is every month you get like a free little design that comes with it. I love it. Leave it. Look, the dog's sniffing the camera. All right, let's see. Next question. Oh, that's it on that one. That was a short one. Since that was a short one, I'll do another one. That was my daughter kicking the.
That was him.
And she's blaming it on the dog. Typical teenager. Blame everything on the dog.
Slap someone.
Alright. My next one is called Stitching. It's called Stitching Style Tag. I don't have who did it, so we'll go from there. Favorite fabric. Since I've only ever stitched on Adidas or Ada or whatever you want to call it, that would be my favorite. I prefer 18 count, although I'm starting to like 16 count. You know, I'm thinking way back when I was stitching, I don't remember there being a 16 count. I always remembered 18 count and 14 count. And the only time I used 14 count was if I was doing a small design, like an ornament or something. But I typically always used 18 count. And then all of a sudden I see 16 count. I don't remember that being around back then. But that's what I like. Alright, do I use a hoop or a frame? I use Q-snaps. I like Q-snaps. I don't like hoops. I used to use hoops because at the time that was all that was available, but I don't like them leaving the circles and whatnot. I found the Q-snaps, I like those. I got a couple of the split rail scroll frames. I don't like using those. They're too much of a pain in the butt. And I'll probably drag these out one day and do a giveaway or something with them because I need to find them a new home. Do I use a stand or a holding hand? A holding hand, I have no stands. Although, if I ever get to the point where I'm doing bigger designs with a lot more coverage, I'm going to invest in a stand. I think that would work. My favorite time to stitch is during daylight hours, because where I sit to stitch, there's a window just right over that way, so I have good light, very good light, you know, and it's the best time to stitch. And plus, you know, the kids are at school. Well, not during the summer. Yeah, not yet. She's got a few more weeks. Husband's at work. It's just me and the dogs, so that it's nice and quiet. I don't have to worry about interruptions.
Yeah.
Digital or paper charts? Paper. I did download the Good Reader app and have some have some designs on there, but I haven't used it yet. I'm kind of intimidated. I like to have the paper in my hand. My daughter's back there laughing at me. Let's see. Are you a floss licker? Who's not? Let's be real. I haven't seen anyone yet answer that as no, I'm not a floss licker. Do you hoard or do you buy as you need? Samantha, that's my daughter. Do I hoard? She says I hoard. I don't think I do.
You can ask. I don't go get my brother.
No, don't get your
No,
brother. He's got to. Now she's going to go get her brother. Actually, there's one thing I know I do hoard as far as my cross stitch, and that's the DMC. I have every single color. In fact, Loki, hush. A few months ago when I first started cross stitching again, I realized that DMC had come out with some newer colors I didn't have, and the first thing I did was buy all those colors, and they've already been wound, and they're in my
He said you're a hoarder too.
kids. You know, what are you gonna do with
Your
it?
dad thinks you're a hoarder.
So I got all the colors of DMC, and that's just how I am. I was one of those kids in school where they say, you know, you had to get a 16 pack of colors. Oh no, I had to have every single. I had to have the big box. I had to have all the colors. So I will say that I do hoard my floss. But as far as, you know, if the fabric's on sale and it's a good price, I'm going to get it. Otherwise, I wait until I need something. Despite what my kids say. My favorite floss has to be DMC because that's usually the only one I've ever used. I'm just now starting to get in some of the other ones, so that answer might change. Am I a serial starter or one whip at a time? I'm one whip at a time. I cannot serial start. I cannot have two projects going. I'm a serial finisher. That's what I am. I start a project and I got to finish it. And yeah, I'm a serial finisher. One whip at a time. Do I have more FFOs or UFOs? I have no UFOs. Y'all seen that in the other video where I had one UFO from years ago and I finished it. So I have no UFOs. Do you watch TV while you stitch? Only on Thursdays and Sundays, because Thursdays and Sundays are TV day. Those are the days that we watch TV, at least during the evening when my husband's home. And during the day when he's not home, I'll turn it on. But yeah, Thursdays and Sundays are TV days, so I will stitch them. Otherwise, I have noticed that I've been stitching while watching Floss Tube. I'm really loving Floss Tube. Do I stitch alone or with someone? Well, usually there's someone here, if not my kids and husband, then the dogs. But they don't stitch, especially the dogs. They just haven't caught on yet. I've tried teaching them, but, you know, they just don't listen. But I don't stitch with anyone who actually stitches. Now, years ago, I used to have a group of friends, 4 or 5 of us, that would get together once a month. It was our stitchy day. And we would get together once a month and we'd stitch. And, well, actually, we tried. We did some stitching, but then, you know, we would talk and giggle and, you know, have a glass of wine here or there. And so we tried to stitch, but usually more times than not, we didn't get too much stitching done. Do I experiment with charts or stitch as written? I stitch as written. That's just the way I am. Figured that people who know more than I do or made these charts, and I'm not talented enough. I mean, I've seen you guys out there who do and change the chart, and it looks great. More power to you. I just do not have that talent. If I try to do that, I know I would screw it up. Do you bobbinate? Okay, like I said before, my husband has asked me not to use the term bobbinate, but yes, I do wind my floss on little cards. Do I start in the middle or the corner of my design? Neither. I start where I think is the logical place to start. Like with my one for my laundry room, I started with the basket because I had to have something to put the clothes in. On this one here, I started with the little girl's dress because I didn't want her to be naked. That being said, when I do start a block of stitches, I stitch a little bit differently than you guys do. I notice everyone, when they stitch, they start in the upper left-hand hole and go down. They go from top to bottom on their X's. Or, no, bottom to top. They go bottom to top on their X's. I don't. I do my X's from, I start at the top left-hand hole and go down all the way across. And then when I come back, I always go from the top corner to the, if that makes sense to you guys. I don't know if it did, but I don't know how better to explain it. Do you have a whip rotation? No, because I do one at a time. I do want to try to start some sort of rotation, but I don't know if I can. My daughter's over there staring at me. She's making me uncomfortable.
Tired. I was up till 4 o'clock.
Do you use a timekeeper to keep track of how long it takes you to complete a project? No.
Nope.
I don't want to know how long it takes me to complete a certain project. I just want to... Personally, I feel if I would do that, to me it wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be a hobby. It'd be like I'm clocking in and out. I don't want to do that. Do you use the parking technique? No, I could barely park my car. Why would I park my string? No, I don't use the parking. Although, if I do a heaven and earth or some design like that, I might have to learn. But, no, I don't park. Do you keep your orts? Yes, I do. And in springtime, I put them out for the birds to make bird cages. Yes, birds make bird cages. They make bird nests. Do you like to have a snack or a drink while cross-stitching? I don't eat while I'm cross-stitching because I'm afraid I'm going to get it dirty. But I do drink, usually water, in a big old mug. Because I gotta keep my throat dry. Okay, that's the end of that tag. 30 minutes, wow. That's, I think, it. I am, on a different note now. I'm flying out Thursday, go to Texas. As y'all know, I told y'all in my first video, my mother passed on June 3rd. And over the weekend, my dad has gone to the hospital, has been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and his prognosis is maybe a week or two. So I will be flying down Thursday, hopefully to sit by his bedside. So if y'all don't see from me, if y'all don't hear or see from me in the next week or two, I haven't gone well, I've gone somewhere, but I'll be back. In the meantime, anybody who wants to say a prayer or two, I would appreciate it. It would be... Alright. I'm going to end it there because I don't want to cry on camera. Happy stitching.